Hello, good morning. It's a busy day at the koi farm. Look, he is feeding the small koi fishes in the pond. They look healthy and hungry. Yes, this is Wada Koi Farm in Japan. Koi fish farms that have successfully developed Kirin koi types, which are also successful in the market. If you take a closer look, Kirin koi fish are very similar to Kujaku koi fish, except that when the Kujaku color pattern is red, the color pattern on Kirin is golden brown yellow. Yes, it is. Sometimes in the ornamental fish business, a slightly different type of fish is sold under a different name. It's also called a marketing strategy. It's okay. In this video we will try to see this Kirin koi fish.
I may be wrong, but I really can't help but compare this type of Kirin koi with the Kujaku type. The basic body is really Ginmatsuba, with a color pattern that is very similar to Harawake, although on Kirin the yellow color looks more like golden brown. At first glance, it's basically the same. Kirin and Kujaku are varieties of koi fish based on the Matsuba type of koi jin. White metallic single color koi fish, with a dark mesh pattern on its back. Then the question is, where did the Kirin color pattern come from? When looking for an answer, I remembered an issue that Kujaku came from Harawake, and when remembering this, it is very possible that Kirin also got the color pattern from Harawake, especially since this golden brown color is a color that is in one color pigment spectrum with a yellow Harawake pattern. But my tutor really wrong about Kirin koi. Kirin is a relatively new variety. Mr. Wada, owner of Wada Koi Farm, introduced this variety himself about 5 years ago. He initially wanted to breed Kujaku that can grow big, so he crossed Nezu Ogon with Kujaku. At first he thought it was a total failure, because most of fry were black, when Kujaku fry is supposedly pink. But when he harvested them in fall, surprisingly, a beautiful collection of koi came out. When I asked him the difference between Kujaku and Kirin, he said that Kujaku has a high pattern on a Jin Matsuba body. Kirin has the pattern on Makashi Ogon. Yup, it's not Ginmatsuba, but Makashi Ogon base. I appreciate his efforts to develop new varieties. If you have a chance to get Kirin from Wada Koi Farm, I would highly recommend it. So now, when we talk about Kirin koi variety, we can't talk it further without talking about Makashi Ogon. Makashi Ogon is an early Ogon type of koi fish. Her genetics is still very close to dark Magoi. That is why the gaps in the scales on its body have a dark color tone. Unlike Yamabuki, which although yellow but the contents of the gaps in the scales are reddish. On a Makashi, the color gap is dark. More specifically, the Makashi Ogon tends to appear dark shading on the head, fins and body due to the Magoi gene, which is still very close to the Makashi Ogon. But with the right shading composition, Makashi Ogon can be very dashing. So, the Kirin koi inherit the troublesome talent from Makashi Ogon, namely the appearance of dark spots and dark shading on their bodies. Moreover, Wada, from Wada Koi Farm, said that the Kirin koi are descendants of the famous dark Nezu Ogon. It getting more potential trouble about the black mark and dark shading.